Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Bear Brown. Thanks for coming to my channel today. Now, today I'm going to show you how I grow my onion plants, and I do that from seed. And there are a couple other ways that you can grow your onions. You can grow them from sets, or you can grow them from little starts. All right. Now, when you grow them from sets, they're the little teeny bulbs, and they have been planted the previous season. So it's basically a second year onion, but they're real small. Now, the reason why I don't like to grow with those anymore is because they're real small, and once they grow into the plant, they tend to send more of their energy to flowering, which producing seeds. So they're going to be focused on producing seed instead of making the big onion bulbs that we all want. Now, and for years, when I started doing that, I was like, wow, why can't I grow these big onions? And my onions would get about that big, a little bit bigger. So I thought it was something that I was doing. But now that I know that the sets tend to put all that energy to flowering and producing seed, I said I'm not going to do that anymore. Now, the other reason why I don't like to use the sets is because the choices are limited, so you don't have that many choices to choose from when you use the sets. Whatever the growers in your area are producing, that's what you get. All right, now the other thing that you can do, you can already buy the starts, which are the plants that have been started by seed the same year. So you don't have to worry about getting small, teeny onions. All right, but they're again the same thing. Whatever that's growing in your area, that's all that you can pick from. So the choices are very limited, but you will produce decent sized onions since they have been started in the same year. Excuse me. Now, the reason why I like to grow from seed is because I have greater choice selection. I can order what I want, and then it saves me money. You know, I don't have to buy bundles and bundles of starts that cost $3 or $4, or you never know with the way how prices are going. You know, so I like to save on that end. Now, there's one other thing that you need to be aware of, and if you look on these are packets that are sold in the stores. Now, this is the wrong seed for my area, and it doesn't say on the back. It says everything else, but it doesn't say if they're a long day, short day, or intermediate. So when you go to your store and you're like, all right, they got the onions seeds out there for me, so let me go ahead and grab a couple. They just put them in the slots. And these are not the onions that I need, because these are a long day onion, and I live down south. And if I put this in my trays, and then when it's time for me to transplant them to go outside, and then I'm gonna be like, I keep getting these teeny small onions. They'll grow about this big or even smaller. And then that was another issue when I started growing my own onions from seed. I was like, this is how big they get. I mean, this is insane. All right, so I had to learn my lesson between the intermediate day, long day, and short day. Once again, I'm down south. I need the short day onions. This is not it. So, you know, that's going to be a waste. You probably can get a small, teeny onion, and you'll probably use these for the green onions, so I can use them from that. But so I went and looked online, and I got my short day, and most times they'll have the indication. Put my readers on. They have the information. It said plant type. It says short day. All right. So the ones in my store didn't have that. So these are the onions that I need. So the short day, the hours go from, that's how many hours of sunlight you have. So short day, 10 to 12 hours. Intermediate day is from 12 to 14. Long day is from 14 to 16 hours. So make sure you are aware of that, so that you go to right onion for your location, and you can look it up online and just type in long day, short day, or intermediate chart, and they'll have the map of the United States, and they'll let you know which area you fall in, and so you can go ahead and get the correct onions. All right, now the next thing I'm gonna do, I got to fill my trays, and I decided to use my insert. My insert has the holes in the bottom, because I'm going to be watering from the bottom so that I don't have any issues with fungus. And I'm going to have my tray that doesn't have any holes in it. So this is where I will be placing my water, and then dropping my insert back on. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this tray up with my potting mix. And now I will go ahead and tell you that I made my potting mix. Once again, it's gonna save you a ton of money. And I did buy some potting mix, and I'm going to see how well that works, and I'll probably show you in a later video. But what I use for this potting mix, I use peat moss. I also use a little bit of worm castings, and I am using vermiculite, and I've already mixed that in. But I'm gonna also do something in the very last step. I'm gonna do that in the end, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this done. And the last thing with this potting mix, the reason why I have a full inside Reynolds wrap is because what I did, after I mixed it up, I put some hot water and I boiled it on the stove, and then I mixed it in, because I wanted to kill any fungus gnats, eggs, or anything that could harm my plant. You don't have to do it, but I just want to be on the safe side and make sure my potting soil is thorough. So I'm trying to take as many issues that could happen out, so I don't have to start over or lose my little crop. All right, so I'm gonna try to hurry up and get this in, and it's always, of course, it's already moist, so I won't have to water it in. And I want to get them like filled up, but just to have a ½ inch of space left in, because I'm gonna plant the seeds, and then I'll cover them back up. And to make sure I get them nice and even, I'm gonna use another tray to help push the potting mix down. All right, so I can't wait to see my onions come up. Now I do have another thing that I'm looking for, because if you haven't seen my other videos, I have a food forest and I use wood chips. Now I am interested to see how these onion plants are going to grow, because it seems like every time last year that I planted my vegetables and my fruit, the garden, I mean, it just went insane. That was the first year my fruits were huge. Now, and I think that's because of the wood chips. I didn't used to always use wood chips in my garden, but now I see all of the benefits of it, and I'm gonna keep doing it. For example, I had a watermelon last year that grew to be 38 pounds. 38 pounds. So I'm like, I was sold, and I had a lot of other great successes, and hopefully I didn't put too much water in my mix, but if so, I'm gonna have to squeeze it out, because at the bottom I see it that it's getting kind of damp. Well, it's more than damp, it's like wet at the bottom, so I'm not too happy about that. I think I overdid it with the boiling water, so I'm probably gonna have to take some more peat moss and mix it in with this and make it ready for all my other seedlings. This is getting real wet, so I'm trying to squeeze some of it out now. Can't believe I did that, man. All right, I'm almost done, and hopefully when I use the other tray, ooh, I'm making a mess. I got to clean all this up. It's gonna push some of the water at the bottom of it. All right, and just pat it down firmly. All right, we're about to go ahead to the next step. Put that over here. So I'm gonna take another tray. I'm gonna press down. Make sure I got it even. Let's see what that look like. Alright, I'm gonna take some off the top. I'm gonna press it one more time. I'm trying to get some of the water to go out through the bottom, since I kind of overdid it. It's gonna have to be good enough. And just make sure, if you do your own potting soil, if you decide to boil hot water and put it down, don't overdo it with the water. I knew I should have stopped, because I don't want to rot my stuff, my seeds out. All right. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and take, these seeds are real small, so I'm gonna take my glasses and put them on, and I'm gonna pour these out. All right, so I'm probably gonna put like maybe 6 to 8 in these cells. Of course, I ain't gonna count it though. All right. I need a little bit more soil in this one. All right. All right, I'm going to the next one. Sprinkle it. Now I'm getting kind of worried about how wet my potting mix is. And if you have different onions that you're planting, Then you can use the little sticks or popsicle sticks to label what you have, but my onions are the same, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna need to get this last one. I'm glad I bought 2 of these, because I would have been short. Alright. Make sure I don't put them all in the same cell again. And now when these grow, I am going to, it'll be easy to pull them apart, because onions, you can just take them apart very easy, and then you can just go ahead and plant them where you need to plant them outside. Almost done. Still kind of upset, not upset. I'm like, oh, I can't believe I made it that wet. Something told me to stop. I didn't do it though. So make sure you listen to yourself when you are doing your planning. If something don't feel right, go ahead and listen and handle that. All right, now take these off. Now what I'm gonna do, there's a good thing that I'm not gonna put the sole on top of these. I'm going back to my vermiculite. I am going to cover the top with vermiculite, like maybe a ½ inch. And this is going to keep in moisture. And I haven't tried this method before, but I heard that it cuts down on fungus growing, and I'm all for that. So I want to see if it works, and I'll let you know if it does. And this is the fine vermiculite. I'm just gonna cover my seeds up, because it's gonna act just like soil. And I'm probably gonna do this for a lot of my other seed trays when I get ready to plant and seed my other vegetables and fruits. And I hope it works, because if it does, I'm gonna be doing this all the time, or at least until I run out of vermiculite. And the last step is to spray it down, but I don't know if I want to do that, since I know my soil is pretty moist. But this is to wet it down. I might wet it down lightly just to keep the vermiculite in its spot, at least the first time. And every other time I will be watering it from the bottom, like I said. So this is just a one-time thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it. And don't be afraid to try new things. All right, let me get my bottle, spray bottle. I'm gonna go very, very light. At least I hope I'm going light. And this vermiculite is gonna once again keep in moisture as well. All right, that's it. Now, the only thing I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put the tray on top of my seed tray at the very top, because I want the the heat to the heat is gonna rise, and then that's probably gonna help my seeds germinate. And so I'm looking at maybe anywhere from 7 to 14 days of germination, unless I messed up by having my mix too wet, but we shall see. All right, thanks for coming to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bear is out. All right, bye.